everybody, one of Weezem here. It's 2 in the morning and this is the time of night where I rack my brain on which path to take. I know what you're thinking, you got Skylander tutor, not a big deal, switch. The thing is, I like to take the path I think I like the least, then take the path I think I like the most, and be right, so I don't have to switch back. And just like Nightfall, this is a tough one. Similar to Nightfall, I'm a little disappointed. What I had hoped to see here is an upgrade to just her primary like brush attack, you know, sort of close quarter melee type thing, which is already pretty respectable. I mean, we're doing 37, 37, 13, 50. That's pretty good stuff. What we're left with is essentially the top path, which is Prolific Painter. This is all tied in with our secondary attack, right? So wet paint, we're going to basically throw a huge explosive ink blob with damaging ink on the ground. Don't know how long it lasts, don't know how big it is, don't know the damage. And then right here, the ink pools that we make in the previous upgrade are now larger. Again, we don't know how large and we don't know the damage or how long they last, so those are the two variables now. Third thing, and this is what a lot of people probably base it on, is Shades of Pain. Hold B, which you know we'll be doing anyway, and release to throw a huge explosive ink blob, which I'm hoping still leaves the you know, puddles of paint that we don't know what damage they do or how long they are, how long they last, or how large they are. But it will create that crazy looking monster and it attacks nearby enemies, right? So that's our top path, Prolific Painter. Bottom path, Abstract Designer. It solely addresses the tertiary attack, right? So we're going to come in here running colors. Inkling creatures now charge a further distance to hit enemies. I could see that being very useful, not because I would use it in that manner, but rather because I would fire it off and then I would stand behind it with that sort of like in front of me. Not, you know, say it stays at 5, which it'll probably increase, but instead of having 5 straight in front of Splat, I would shoot them straight in front of me and then I'd come and I'd stand in like the middle of it facing the opposite direction, so it sort of is like a defense barrier, you know. That's what I did in Chapter 1 when I kind of tested some stuff with her. So that is somewhat appealing. And then right here, Stroke of Genius, Inklings, which, you know, that's kind of what leads the charge there, does the most damage, and ink pools left behind by Inklings will now explode. So they're going to do damage, and then they explode both the Inkling and the puddle, which that would be pretty nice. And then we've got Graffiti Gruff, which we hold Y even longer, similar to above when we hold B for a long time. And we draw a huge Inkling that will trample enemies in front of you. So really, all three of these are extremely similar. It's just you're going to press your secondary attack button for the top path, you're going to press your tertiary attack button for the bottom path, and then even these are eerily similar. And it's, I honestly think, unless you just really prefer secondary or tertiary, most people are probably going to base it on which one of these, like, you know, creations you like the looks of better. Do you want this guy to trample enemies, or do you want this dude to show up and attack enemies? And sadly, I don't know the damage they do, how long they last, how cool they look. I know nothing, and it's all blind, and that's what sucks for me, and that's probably why many of you are watching this. So the thing is, though, the Soul Gem, bringing the stain, enemies hit with ink attacks are now slowed. In my opinion, and I hope this is correct, these would constitute ink attacks, and this would also constitute an ink attack, right? Because you got ink pools and ink pools up here, so it would have to apply, I'm assuming. I feel like this bottom path would be the most unique to Splat. I mean, right here, this is kind of like if you hurl something, like kind of maybe a Scorp type of a deal, which he... Talking about underrated Skyline. No one even talked about Scorp. No one still talks about Scorp, and I don't know why. I love that guy. But I think, man, I don't know, I really wish we had PvP still. It'd be interesting to see some of these characters duel. But I'm at a total loss here. Like, I honestly, I don't know which one to do. Ordinarily, I would think I would prefer this top path, right? But I like that that would go farther out, and it would probably, just due to the distance traveled, it's going to last a little bit longer. The explosion, if I knew the damage numbers, you know, like, is it going to explode at 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, or is it going to explode at like 90 to, you know, 135 or something? And then same with these, I don't know the damage numbers, man. If one of these paths had the primary attack included, I would take that one, you know, last, because I think I'd like it better. This is a really tough decision here. I like that that's instantaneously explosive. We might take this bottom path first, and then I can always, I guess, triple reset. It's only a double reset, really. But man, it's just, like, this is the stuff I do off camera, and sometimes I like to include it. It's just, there's really no definitive. Now, if I had all of the information we're about to acquire, I could probably narrow it down and pick one, you know, attack damage, durations, etc. But it's tough, man. These paths look very simple.
Any place that you go, I can reach
prolific
and bring you the
painter
magical
create pools of
upgrades.
more powerful ink creatures. It's like, well, there's only one ink creature, and we've never made one before. Aside from the inkling, which I don't know if that counts. And then abstract designer, brush up on your doodling skills to make your inklings even more powerful. Man, you know, I don't know. We'll do it this way. We're gonna take prolific painter and hope that I come in and we'll take abstract designer and hope I like prolific painter better. So keep your fingers crossed. That's a lie. We have Skylander Tutor, just never got to use it. So keep in mind, Tin Wing Sapphire is max in the game, 20% discount. So my prices might be a little different. But running colors, inkling creatures now charge a further distance to hit enemies. So they're not advertising any increase in damage or duration or anything.
Exquisite.
But they were going 5 puddles or ink pools, you know, at a time. Let's kind of come up here and see what we're doing. Oops. Maybe that's a sign I picked the right path. Oh, good lord, that's awesome. 8? It goes 8? No. Well, that one didn't, because I thought I was aiming the same thing. Oh, jeez. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I've noticed that, like, this attack is finicky, though. Like, if I stand on the stair, I don't even think it'll go. See it, like, gets blocked out right there? You know, I was doing that in the chapters as well. So you do need to factor that in. If it hits a wall or something, it doesn't, like, beeline out and just send 3 more. If it stopped at 5, when it hits something, it's gonna stop. Come on, girl. Get it down the middle here. I swear we're facing correctly. Well, come over here and try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez, that's cool. Covers a lot of ground there too, is kind of what I'm trying to get. 27. So, what were we at? Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. So, Inkling will be 27 to 41, no damage increase. The puddles did go up though, so we were at 8 to 12. Now they're going to be 2 to 15. Would have been nice, you know. Unadvertised stuff there. So Inklings 27-41, puddles 10 to 15. 8 puddles for, let's count it now. 1, 2, 6. Basically 6 seconds, so kind of the same runtime, really. Maybe just a tick or 2 longer than Scapegoat. But the 8 is quite nice, because again, the way I would use that is I'd shoot it off like this, and then I'd like come in and just ransack into this secondary attack, you know. And that did weigh into my decision.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Coming over here, Stroke of Genius for 1760. Inklings and ink pools left behind by Inklings will now explode. And again, this is a big unknown, because the damage numbers could be make or break. If it's a lame explosion, like, oh, how cute, you got covered in pink paint, and it does 2 damage, you know, no one's gonna care, unless you like really like that sort of a thing. But if it does like 90 to 135, that's significant damage you would care about. So the Inkling should explode. It was doing 27 to 41 still, so we should see 27 or 41 on the critical side, and an explosion, and then I'm assuming a series of 10 to 15s, and at least 1 or 2 explosions ought to be within range of that. So here we go. 16 was the explosion. I did not see an explosion so I don't really think. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing that thing explode really, are you? Like the, you know, the Inkling, the main thing. Were there 2 27s? I think there were 2 27s. There was a 41 and a 27 there, so the Inkling must do the same explosion damage as it does standard damage, is what I've determined. Let's test it on a Greeble to make sure. But that's a nice upgrade, I'd have to say. 16 to 24, not groundbreaking, but again,
you do your training today.
Getting wrecked here. There's the 27. I think the Inkling hit him and then it passed through, so it didn't like explode.
The battle circle.
So it's kind of one of those deals. I guess you need to kind of have a distance correct, or go against a wall or an object, and that would actually play into your favor. So, stroke of genius is going to be Inkling 27 to 41 with 27 to 41 explosion. Puddles are going to do. They're still 10 to 15. Right? 10 to 15 with explosions. Oh, 16 to 24. Puddles. And 10 to 15 with explosions. And 16 to 24. Alright, so pretty decent upgrade path thus far. This last one is what's going to be interesting. And the difference between Graffiti Gruff and Shades of Pain will probably dictate.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Unless they do the same damage, which they very well could do. And then you'll just be at a further loss, you know. The easy solution is to buy 2 splats. Most people probably, that's not economical, so kind of, you know, it'll just depend which route you prefer. But Graffiti Gruff, hold Y even longer and release to draw a huge Inkling that will trample enemies in front of you. You know, before we do that, I'm going to try holding Y a little bit longer. Nothing right now has ever said to hold Y longer, so yeah, that did nothing. I'm still holding Y. So we didn't miss anything. It's not like some
Hello, Extremely, once again.
You can hold Y all you want.
So happy to dance with you, even in this time of great turmoil and danger.
Graffiti Gruff. We're gonna hold Y for who knows how long, and we'll draw, which I'm interested to see that, a huge Inkling, which looks like that. It's kind of like a abstract Spyro and thermal imaging colors or something. It's the closest descriptor I could come up with. There's also some enemies that I think it looks similar to that. Kind of has a Spitfire look to it as well. Spitfire crossed with Spyro, crossed with an enemy and a thermal image camera, and I think that's what you get. So, trampling is what we're interested in. How long does it last? How much damage does it do?
A new coat of paint.
Does it look dorky? Is it super cool? All that jazz is what we need to know. So let's see how long we have to. Let's come up here. I just want to try and see it first. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so she's like mopping the floor. I can't move. I don't know if the Inkling ran out in front of me, because it looked like it was bigger, but I'm still doing something here. So I don't know if she's going to, when I let go of Y, she's going to draw this thing, which is what I pictured, and it's going to be huge, or if we missed it. Oh, what was that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Let's try this again. Okay. That was a little guy. I assume this is charged and ready to go, right? So let's try to run with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that covered the whole area, though. Okay, so it's at least 8. Hasn't gotten any worse. Could possibly have gotten better. Let's see what she does. That guy's still doing the same damage. I'm over here mopping the floor, painting my colors, collecting quans. Unbeknownst to me. And get ready for it. What did he do? Was that 80? I couldn't even tell. That was 80. I don't know that he explodes, though. Let's wait for all that to begin. So we're looking for an 80, and then I'm trying to see if there's like an explosion of 80 or a 40 or something tied in. I think I just saw 80s and then 10s to 15s. So let's fire one more off. We'll wait for it to exterminate. So I'm going to let go of it. We should see 80. I'm going to run, try to count these. And we should see 10, 15, 16, 24, followed from 80. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only got 6 of them off there. Let's go ahead and document this. The gruff is what we'll call that. Gruff equals 80 to 120, assuming he gets a critical. My controller battery has finally died when I was doing her quest, by the way, quest number 1. So if you've seen that and you're wondering what battery life I got, now it's Gruff 80, 120. We know we get at least 8 puddles now. 8 puddles at 10 to 15 with 16 to 24 explosion. And I'm thinking we have lost, but granted, you have to realize, you know, this is the thing. While we may not have the explosion associated with the gruff, in order for us to fire the gruff off and have that chain of events, we first have to fire it off in standard form, which would include Stroke of Genius, which would have the 27 Inkling with the 27 explosion, and the 8 minimal, you know, because there it goes. And that guy actually kept me. Let's see if we can get the soldier.
Hello, Extremely, once again.
Bring
So
in the
happy
stain.
to
Enemies
dance
hit
with you,
ink attacks
even in
now,
this
so
time of great
that
turmoil
won't
and danger.
Soul gem acquired. And she will need some more cash, so I don't feel bad about collecting it. You need 55 to pick up, you know, 3 on the path. I assume we'll need to buy them from our Skylanders. It's kind of sad though, because man, if you just gave her like one more call, they made the 37s 40 and 50 a 60 and 13 or something. This primary attack is lethal. It's already pretty salty, but could have been even better, but I guess it kind of keeps your balance a little bit. So regardless of which path you take now, you kind of got, you know, a solid primary attack to fall back on. So
Just pull that
ink
lever to
attack
get
slowed
started with your training.
So let's test that with a standard one. Knocked him back. Let's test the secondary. Oh yeah. How long did we have that effect on? About 4 seconds there, and that's just from the secondary. Let's tap the tertiary. So it lasts while he gets out of there too. So, I want him against the wall there. Oh, we killed him. Dang it. Now I can turn while I'm off the deck. I'll be very slow. Let's spawn these guys. He's getting destroyed. Let's get another one. Let's actually get all of them. So the slowness effect, I guess that'll come in handy. Here we go. Oh, he's wrecking it. kind of hones in on them too. I killed that one and that's kind of readjusted. That was not me. Let's see if we can get more than 8. I don't know if there's a space big enough for us. That was bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stick to the training program, Skylander.
You get the idea.
Won't go wrong.
Pretty nice little path there, I have to say. So the soul gem is going to slow enemies down. That's a little disappointing that it doesn't do damage too. 4-second slowness from ink attacks. I kind of thought like a blooper type thing might tie in nice with her. I don't know, it's just something I thought of. But I've got nothing bad to say about this path, at least until I take Prolific Painter. And then we'll know if this path was awesome, if it sucks, if it's like equally good, if it's the exact same thing, all that stuff. So this was tough though. I mean, I still, until we take it, I won't know if we've done the right thing or the wrong thing. But I mean, there's really nothing bad I can say about this path, you know, without a comparison. So I think it's pretty decent. And again, if you like the graffiti gruff guy, if you like the look of this, you think you kind of use this as your play style, by all means take it. I do want to test
Battle
it.
circle it.
When we're like mopping the deck, as I call it, I want to know if that does damage. So I'm going to stand right here. I want all that, well, I was supposed to all shoot the other way. Okay, so when she's mopping, it doesn't do anything damage-wise. Which is sad. I thought it might. Imagine like being able to like knock back chompies with that or something, even if that was the only enemy. But you can see it does give the slowness effect whenever she does this one. Oh wow, he ran that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think 8's gonna be the max. But pretty cool stuff here, I have to say. So this was Splat. We took her down her abstract designer path. We're going to test out Skylander Tutor here after I've got enough cash for her, and we're going to try to get a feel for what we'll have with Prolific Painter. So be sure to come back because this is super close, and until we take it, I honestly don't know which one's going to turn out to be the best. So, that said, let me know your thoughts. Which path did you take for Splat? Have you taken the other? Which one did you prefer and why? These are the kind of things I care about. If you're super into the Skylanders research, I encourage you to check out oneofweezem.com, possibly even sign up on the Skylander Club forum. Enjoy it there, SkylanderClub.com. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a splat-tastic time, and I will catch you back for more of our Skylanders research.